Greetings to you, friends. In this lesson, we will talk about trailing stop. I will tell you what options we have for using a trailing stop in the panel, EasyTradePad. Well, let's get started. So the function of activating the trailing stop is in the middle of the panel. Let's turn on visual testing. The button is located here. Clicking on the trailing button will enable the trailing stop. Trailing stop works with the break-even, but if you choose pyramiding or averaging, it will be disabled because it is incompatible with this function. The functions are incompatible because it would be fundamentally wrong to use them together. The break-even can be combined with a trailing stop. Trailing stop by candles, that is, stop loss will be set behind the previous candle, namely for the high or low of the previous candle, and also trailing stop by points. You can use the right column of trailing sets, specially designed for setting the trailing stop parameters that you want to select. For instance, we can specify the beginning for the trailing stop. This is trailing start. This is the distance in the positive zone, after which the trailing stop is activated. Trial distance stop loss is the distance in point from the current price to the stop loss level, and trial step is a step in points for trailing. And accordingly, the candle trial parameter is enabled trailing by candlesticks. Trailing by candlesticks shadows, setting behind the high or low of the previous candle. The transfer of stop loss occurs after the current candle closes. The candlestick time frame is selected in the parameter settings. Candle trial time frame. To change the parameter, we need to open input variables. Here there is a trailing by candlelight section, and here you can choose a time frame you can select. For example, current. That is, if you select current, then on which chart you have the panel, respectively, the trailing of the candle of this time frame will be carried out. You can also choose a fixed time frame. For example, if you want to using trailing for daily candles, you can choose a fixed time frame D1. There is also candle trial activate setting. This is a setting in points. It sets as a value after what distance the trailing stop from the opening price will be activated. That's, for example, we open a trade, the price posted 100 points, and after that, the trailing stop is activated. Also, the candle trial step is the distance from the high, low of the last bar behind which the stop loss will be placed. This setting is responsible for this. It's applied as a filter. You can put, for example, 20 points, and if you open the sell order, then this filter will be placed above the high of the previous candle. If you open a buy order, then it's 20 points below the low of the last previous candle. There is also a candle trail bar settings. It is set for how many previous candles the stop loss will be set. Basically, these are all settings related to the trailing stop function. So let's see how the trailing stop works in practice. Let's set trial and set trailing by candlesticks. Open a sell trade. Trailing is activated after we cover the distance 100 pips. So this deal didn't come out with the trailing stop.
Итак, вот мы видим, перенесся первый стоп-лосс.
So we see the first stop loss has been moved.
Немножко медленнее скорость. Давайте сделаем.
Let's make the test speed a little slower.
Выберем трейлинг, трейлинг по свечам.
Let's open a new deal.
Так, прошло расстояние после активации
So we see
трейлинга. Мы
that
видим, что стоп-лосс
the price has
перенесся.
been paused. The distance to activate trailing, we see that stop loss has been moved.
Сделка закрылась по трейлинг стопу. Давайте
The
еще
trade
один
was
пример
closed by trailing
откроем.
stop. Let's open another deal, for example.
То есть в этой цене она должна активироваться.
Approximately at this distance, the trailing stop should be activated.
Данная сделка у нас также не вышла. Давайте.
In this trade, our trailing stop
Вот
didn't work.
прошел
Let's open another.
расстояние необходимое.
Here the deal has passed the required distance stop loss. As you can see, is carried over the
В
candles.
принципе, на этих примерах понятно, как это работает. Давайте еще рассмотрим.
In principle, using
trailing
this
stop
example,
без
it is
свечей
clear how
по
it works.
пунктам.
Let's also consider trailing stop without candles,
Соответственно, здесь уже не
trailing
надо
by
нам
points.
выбирать отмечение
Here we no
candle
longer
trial.
need to choose this
Просто устанавливаем
inclusion
настройки.
of candle trial.
И
We just
можно
set the setting
пробовать
and
открыть сделку.
you can try to open a deal.
Также видите, что здесь уже переносится он по пунктам.
You can also see that stop loss is already being transferred here by points.
Вот так, какой вариант переноса уже выбирать вам? Также покажу момент по
Like this,
тому,
which
что
trailing
можно
stop option
совмещать
to use is up to you.
открытие.
I'll also show you the
Давайте
moment
закроем нашу
because you
сделку.
can combine.
Открытие трейлинг стопа с безубытком. У
Let's
нас есть
close our
расстояние триггера
trade.
переноса в
Opening a
безубыток
trailing stop with a
и,
break-even,
соответственно,
we have the distance of the trigger,
трейлинг стоп.
of the transit to
То
break-even,
есть, если у
and
нас
accordingly the
меньше
trailing stop.
трейлинг старт, чем
That's if we have
безубыток,
less
то
trailing
безубыток
start
будет сделка
than
переведена
break-even,
раньше, чем перейден стоп-лосс по
then
трейлинг стоп.
the trade will be transferred to break-even before the stop loss is transferred by the
Так,
trailing
давайте
stop.
откроем.
Let's open a deal.
Итак,
So,
вот как
as
мы
we can
видим,
see, the
сделка
deal also worked out for us
также у нас отработала с помощью этих
with
двух
the help of
инструментов.
these two instruments.
Трailing stop здесь
Trailing stop
срабатывает чуть
here is
раньше, как вы
triggered a
видите.
little earlier, as you can
Это
see.
потому, что у
This is
нас
because we
настройка
have a global
глобально,
setting,
как мы
as we saw
видели
inside the panel.
внутри панели. Candle
Candle
trail
trail start
стоит
caused the distance of
расстояние в
100
100
pips.
пипсов.
Because of
Вот,
this,
из-за этого он
it
срабатывает
triggers
раньше,
earlier
чем
than break-even, and
безубыточнее,
then
чем trailing
trailing
stop,
stop,
который по
which is a
свечам.
candles.
Итак, вот такие
So
настройки
these are
trailing
the trailing
stop.
stop settings.
Также
Let me also
напомню, что
remind
с
you that
помощью
with the
change
help of
current
chain
order
current
вы можете
order,
изменять
you can change all
уже
the open
открытые
parameters.
параметры trailing stop,
Trailing
выбирать
stop select
изменения по
changes by
свечам или
candlesticks or by
по
distant pips
расстоянию в пипсах с
using
помощью
the
нижнего
lower panel
предела
for
по
the order
изменению ордеров.
change,
И
and
пользуйтесь этим
use this
инструментом
for
для
your
ваших
trades.
сделок. Желаю вам
I
удачной
wish you successful
торговли.
trading
До
and
встречи в
see you in the
следующем
next
уроке.
lesson.